Well, good morning. Good morning. The sun is shining here in Washington State. Actually, we've had a really good summer. And this is good. I would have preferred to go see my parents in Missouri, but due to technical difficulties in my own family, meaning in Washington State, I have been unable to travel. And now my health, of course, is taking tits up position. Where did the goddamn cord go? Ah, this will not be on CNN, that's for sure, as I'm fighting for the cord. See, I need backup people. Anyway, so it's interesting. Some of the comments on CNN, which are just wonderful. Victor, the bookstore was remained unharmed in all the looting and violence. Rubicon, every day we learn of new evidence that justifies the shootings. And every day we hear the race baiters claim those facts should be released while claiming they want transparency. Heck of a job, Obama and Holder. This is hope and change. If this is hope and change, the words are getting smaller for me, guys. Race baiting is used to blame in order to cover their lack of being civilized. Generations of practice. Now, mind you, everything that I'm reading right now is pretty racist. I don't think the rioters give a rat's ass behind on Michael Brown or the specific case. They're doing it for the bigger picture of something, just using this case as an excuse to unite them to do it. This case is like the last straw of the camel's back thing. Oh, melts. Seems to me so true. Art, reading books is white thing to do. It is widely discouraged. Really. Manster. Step 1, get rid of the reporters. My guess would be a lot of the protesters would also leave because there's no one to put on a show for. Step 2, get more National Guard in there and surround the troublemakers, then arrest all and hold them until things are calm. Step 3, stop giving in to protesters' demands. It's like the old policy. We do not negotiate with terrorists. And on a personal note, all owners of stores that were looted, please relocate. Make this place a ghost town. Makes a lot of sense. Guest, if that place becomes a ghost town, then I'll just migrate to your town, genius. Burning books and killing unarmed people is a Nazi thing to do. Oh, wait. George Costanza. Why would someone loot a bookstore when you can't read? Should it go on? Sure. Please stop splitting infinitives. It makes my head hurt. I'll split what I will, and you can't make me stop. Take 2 aspirin and call someone in the else. And we worry about all of our little vlogger heads and Bloasis and iTube and anybody else out there that has these little sites, even YouTube. We worry about their trolls. These people are outward bigots. They really can't be mad at anyone but themselves if business owners decide to never come back and their revenue drops over 80%. Thank you. It's happened before. They never learn. Fools, you too? Spelling silly. Ha ha ha. There's a bookstore in business still. Look at those victims stealing, killing, being violent towards the neighbors, and burning their city to the ground. Way to show the world that every stereotype is true. You really showed them. None of that happened last night. It was peaceful until the National Guard showed up. The troops incited the crowd last night. All three network reporters confirmed that last night, and they did actually. There was even a CNN reporter said these people are doing nothing. They're being intimidated, and then he pointed towards the National Guard. And I mean, I watched the whole thing, and there were many reporters from, Fox News, CNN, and CNN's conservative. So then you got MSNBC. I mean, they're all there, guys. And they're pointing at the National Guard. Those people weren't doing anything. They really weren't. They were being peaceful. It was like this. The guards stood there with their heavy military uniforms on, their rifles out, their assault rifles, and their rubber pellet guns, and their tear gas, and they're standing there waiting, instigating. And that to me is instigating. So I love this. CNN needs to put its celebrity anchors out of Ferguson and stop inflaming the situation with its cameras. The entire circus is now being driven by too much media attention, most of which is coming from CNN. And CNN needs to seriously consider firing Jake Tapper from the little performance he put on last night in the street in Ferguson. He didn't do anything. I agree. Many of the protesters and all the reporters are trying to make it about themselves. When one of the CNN stories is about Don Lemon putting on riot gear, they are just doing news entertainment. Well, that was one person. So, I mean, seriously. Okay, so we have got here bigots and stupidity and people who are trying to be articulate, who can't be articulate over the stupidity because they're being called stupid by the stupidity. I'm going to sneeze now. Well, Ferguson, so what's going on this morning? Well, it's still rioting, and they're not really rioting. They're being very peaceful, except for one problem. A person's been shot before 8 a.m. So, let's see. Let's really talk about, who our children hang out with. Was the kid bad or good? Rumor has it the kid was a problem. You shoot the problem. No, you do not, especially those unarmed. Can you tackle the problem? Yes. There was a man killed August 12th in Utah. He was a white man, and there's been yet to be a story about it. And that is a true story. Huh? What's going on? You want to keep on victimizing yourselves? Can't do it. You just can't. You have to get up, pull yourself up, take yourselves home, and then everybody attend the damn trial. But I'm going to be honest with you. None of this makes sense. None of it. There's enough bigots there on both sides. There's enough people out there that want to see this keep on happening because it shows that someone's an idiot. Right now, the military is looking like an idiot, and then sometimes the protesters look like an idiot. It depends on the moment. Most of the people bitching are white people. The other part of the bitching is the black people. Then there's the educated black people who just want to just strangle both sides. And there's educated white people who agree with the educated black people who agree that blacks can in fact read. So, this gluttonous, how does PV say it? Spew that I'm spewing is what I'm reading, and I'm reading it from different points. from all of them, from Fox, CNN, and by the way, from Germany. So I'm kind of spread out here. United States, Center, Missouri, of course, and then go around the outskirts, then you go out this way. And then you decide to go overseas and see how Europe feels. The French enjoy talking about this. Coffee and Danish. I wish I was in France right now, actually. That it would be fun to speak. At least I'd have fun listening. So the world is looking in again, going, what is with these people? Wasn't slavery over a long time ago? It was. Bigotry's always been bigotry. And I'll be quite honest with you, you know. The Mexicans got it a couple months ago. Now we're back on the blacks. You know, actually, the white people now are going to be the next ones because of the tension that is being built up. Now, is it all the white man's fault? No, it's not. You know, get your own goddamn kids under control. That's for all of us. We're talking about a kid. He was out of control. And he has been. You know what? After this is all over, guess what? Criminal records are open to the public. Yeah, the kid is a problem. He's not a murderer, but he definitely has a problem. Should he have been shot? No, and I'm still going to be standing by that. No, you do not shoot somebody that's unarmed. It's not cool. It's unfair. And 6 times? Is that a nervous cop or what? Someone with a clean record? He got nervous. He decided to break on the job suddenly. Been in the neighborhood too long. What the fuck happened? You know? So what did happen? CNN is moderating the hell out of the comments. They have to. Some of them are just so left field that they're nuts. And then the other one is so right field that they're nuts. And if you just kind of moderate the nuts out, you might get something that makes sense. So far they have what makes sense and it doesn't make sense. So I've already read the ones that they've removed, and I've read the ones from both sides. They were removed. It was fair. Moderating. Oh, I'm so glad. Could you imagine being a moderator on these sites right now? On the news sites? From what I see, it's a nightmare. Inaccuracies, anger. Yeah. This whole thing is a damn nightmare. You know. Let's hope it just stays in Ferguson and doesn't spread out. Because right now, Ferguson is having a civil war. That little town is having a civil war inside itself. Let's keep it there and let's calm them down and keep everybody else calm around America. By the way, there was a white guy killed in Utah. Okay? This past week. Not a word was said.